Okay, so this is a flow meter. Every drip irrigation system we install gets a flow meter. So it's going to be a red, typically steel device. We typically use the Netafim WST model flow meter. That's what I've got here in front of me. There's going to be different diameters depending on the size of your irrigation system. All of the flow meters have the same register or display device that is showing the flow to the system. And so on the register, you'll see two lines of numbers. The top line is a totalizer. In other words, that's the total amount that's been pumped. The bottom line, if there's water flowing, it's going to show your gallons per minute. There are two different models as far as how the register displays. Some of them display in gallons. That's the most common. But also be aware that some of them will have the abbreviation of AF. AF stands for acre feet. And so there's a conversion to convert between gallons and acre feet. Most of the time these numbers need to be reported to the state for your annual water report. So these devices are certified by the state agencies to be accurate enough for their reporting requirements. Okay, inside the actual flow meter, there's a paddle. So there's a little fan inside that's turning as the water's flowing. There is no contact from the register, this is the register part, to the actual working part. So if we were to take this nut off, there's no water that actually comes in contact with this part. What there is, there's a magnet underneath here that spins, and it spins the piece inside here. So it's connected through a magnet. So if you ever need to switch out this top part, let's say this top part quits working, you can do that while the pump's running or while the system's running. If you know you have water flowing and you're not getting a reading, you can also sometimes, let's say maybe the well or pumped a piece of gravel in or some piece of debris got in, we can remove these 4 bolts, take the whole guts of the system out, remove whatever debris is keeping the system from turning, and then put that back in. Obviously the water needs to be off for that. There is a little cable here on the side of the register. This is an anti-tampering device that the state requires the manufacturers to install so that they can validate that nobody's messing with this register. So if this register ever has to be replaced, there's a process we have to go through to make sure that it's certified that nobody underreported their water usage. So be aware that's what this little cable's about. It's very important, especially in states like Kansas and Nebraska, where they've gotten very strict on water usage. Those are the summary of the water meter. Simple device. There are other options. Sometimes we'll use an aquative. The aquative does not have any moving parts in it. It looks somewhat similar, but it has a neck down body. So we've installed a few of the aquatives, but this Netafim WST is our most common flow meter that we're putting on most systems.